Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to another Wednesday video. Today we're going to be talking about commands in Minecraft. Now, many of you probably know how to use commands in Minecraft, but we come across students all the time that are not so sure about how they work. So this video is going to talk about commands, what they are, how they work, how to use them, and if you have some experience with commands, hopefully you'll learn a little something out of this. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm signed into Minecraft. And you'll notice I don't have a world set up right away. That's because you have to set up a world the right way in order to use commands. So let's take a look at how that works. So I am going to create a new world. It's going to be called commands. And by default, when you set up a new world in Minecraft, it goes to, the game mode is set to survival mode. If you set up a world in survival mode, you will not have use of commands. They just are disabled in survival mode. So you're going to need to switch your game mode to creative. In creative mode, you have access to all of the commands. And keep in mind, if you want to play a survival game with commands, there is a command to change your game mode. So you can set up a creative world and then just switch it to survival later on, which we will take a look at in a moment. So let's create this world and give this a second to load up. All right, our world is loaded up, and let's get started using commands. So, to type in a command, you need to open the command line using the / key. That's the same key on your keyboard. That's the question mark. It's just to the left of the shift on the right side. So you're going to hit that /, and you can see on the bottom of the screen, I've got my command line. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out how to change the time of day in a Minecraft world. In a Minecraft world, the time changes. I'm sure you've seen that before. And if you're in the process of building something, it can get a little annoying to build something at night. Now, we have a command that will enable us to reset the time of day. And then in addition, we also have a command that will let us shut off the day cycle, meaning that time basically stops and it's daytime all the time. So let's take a look at how to do both of those. So I have hit /, I have my command line open. And to change the time, we type in time, set, and then put in what time of day we would like. Now, if you'll notice, Minecraft is autofilling the different options that I have for the time set function. It has that little list there. It says day, midnight, night, and noon. And I don't actually have to type any of those in. I can simply hit the tab key, and it will toggle through all of the different options. So let's, for argument's sake, make it nighttime. I hit enter, and it sets the time to nighttime. And you'll notice it says set the time to 13,000. In Minecraft world, there are numbers that represent the time that are not actual times. So let's set it back to day. We can hit time, set, day, / time, set, day. And now it becomes daytime. I can also set the time to noon, time set noon, / time set noon. When I do that, if we look straight up, we'll see the sun is right in the sky. So we can be building something, it can turn to nighttime, and I can quickly set it to day, which is super useful. Now, when I'm building something, I don't really care if it's day or night, so oftentimes I will shut off the day cycle. And that's something we can do with the game rule command. So to use that, we will hit / game rule, and you can see it autofills that, so I simply need to hit tab and it will autofill that space. Now there are a lot of different game rules that we can change, but the one that we want is do day cycle. And I'm only going to put in the first few letters, and I hit tab and it autofills the rest of that command, so I don't have to type it, which is great. And now the day cycle command takes a value of true or false. If it's true, the daylight cycle will run. If it's false, the daylight cycle will not run. So I can either type in false or hit tab, so it shows false in light blue there. And when I hit enter, the daylight cycle is now turned off. And I'll demonstrate that it's actually working. So I'm going to set the time to noon. You can change the time even if the daylight cycle is off, which is great. So I'm setting the time to noon. My sun is dead center in the sky. And you'll notice the clouds are moving slowly above me, but the sun is not. If I change the game rule do daylight cycle back to true, we should start to see the sun move. So let's make sure that this is working correctly. So game rule, do daylight cycle, true. And now you can see the sun is now slowly moving across the sky. So that's really useful. If you're working on anything, doing a big build, building a big castle or a treehouse or something cool like that, or pirate ship, whatever, you can just shut the daylight cycle off so it will never change from day to night and vice versa. So that's really, really useful. So I love that command. Another command that's really useful is the ability to change your game mode. So the way that you do that is / game mode, and you can see it's auto-filled that. I've only typed in the first few letters, so I hit tab. And now it shows me my different options. I have adventure, creative, spectator, and survival. So let's go ahead and go into survival mode. I just hit tab a few times to rotate through to the one that I want, and I press enter. And now you'll see it says set my own game mode to survival. You can see I've got my hearts and my hunger indicator. And if I go to my inventory, it's empty. I have nothing in it. I am in survival mode. If I set my game mode back to creative, now I have my full inventory of every building block, which is great. The other game mode that's really, really cool is spectator. So if we go into spectator mode, I now have the ability to fly around inside of the earth and through blocks. I'm just a spectator. I'm not even in the game right now. Other players wouldn't see me if they were in the world. And it allows me to take a look at all these really cool cave systems that are underground and what's inside of mountains. So it's kind of a cool way of surveying the world that you're in before you decide on a place to start building. Like, it might be kind of cool. So I've got this little cavern under this cave here, under this mountain here. But you can see there aren't very many caves underneath it, and maybe I want to build a castle that has a basement that goes into a cave system. Well, being in spectator mode is a great way to be able to move around the world and see what's inside of different features, which is really cool. Now, the one thing you want to make sure of is that if you're in spectator and you're inside of blocks, like I'm in the ground right now, if I was to change my game mode to creative or survival, I'd be stuck inside of blocks and my character would die. So that's not something you want to do. You want to make sure you exit out of blocks into open space, and then we can change our game mode back to creative, which is really cool. So those are two commands I like to use a lot, or three commands. We did the game rule, time set, and game mode. Another command that's really useful if you're playing with other players is the teleport command. And the teleport command lets you teleport to other players or have other players teleport to you. So the way that you would do that is / TP for teleport, and then you put in the username of the player you'd like to teleport to. So I'm just going to put in my own name just so you can see what it looks like, DAE Minecraft 1. But let's say DAE Minecraft 2 was in this world. Well, I hit /TP, DAE Minecraft 2, I hit enter, and that player would I would teleport to that player. If I wanted that player to teleport to me, I can put in / TP, put in the other player's username, DAE Minecraft 2, and then put in my username, and that would teleport DAE Minecraft 2 to me. I could also teleport someone to someone else by putting the first player's username, the second player's username, and the first one would teleport to the second. So that's a great way to get around. Let's say you have 4 or 5 people playing together in a server, and you all go scouting cool locations to build a great castle. Well, everybody could teleport to that one player, which is awesome. So the TP function is great. Another command that's really useful when you're playing with multiple players is the give command. So there are some blocks, even though I'm in creative mode, there are some blocks that I don't have access to. For example, a command block. A command block is a block that runs a command when it's activated. It can be used for a lot of really cool things. You can spawn animals, you can spawn objects, a lot of really cool things. So to get a command block, we can use the give function, the give command, to give myself, other players, or everyone a specific block. And the way that we use that command is / give. And then we put the player that we want to give that to. So I'm going to give it to myself. And then you put in Minecraft, because it's a block in Minecraft. And I started typing command block and it auto-filled it. So I simply hit tab and it's all in yellow. And now I hit enter and you can see in the first space in my inventory, I now have a command block. If I wanted to give a command block to someone else, I can put in another user's username and do the same thing again, Minecraft, command block. And now I would have given DAE Minecraft 2 a command block if DAE Minecraft 2 was in this world. Now let's say I'm working on a build with 4 or 5 other people and I want to give everyone a command block. Well, I can give @A. That means all players. Minecraft command block, enter, and every single player in the world will have gotten a command block. So that at A function is a useful one if you want to give things to other players. Another great example of a block that you might use that's not in your inventory is a debug stick. So we could do the same thing. Give DA Minecraft 1 Minecraft debug stick. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about what a debug stick does because we're going to make a video about that that's going to come out on Friday. But there are a number of blocks that you can use using the give function that when things don't normally show up in your inventory. And I didn't set the daylight cycle to false. So let's set the day to noon. And then we will / game rule do daylight cycle false. And now it won't become night anymore. Very useful. So we talked about the time function, the game rule function, the game mode function. We talked about teleport, and we talked about give. Let's quickly switch over to the Minecraft Wiki and take a look at some of the other commands. Now, the Minecraft Wiki, you can get to through minecraft.gamepedia.com. I'll put a link to this in the description, but if you just Google Minecraft commands, this will be the first hit that comes up. And this is a pretty long article with a lot of information, but there are a few really useful things. So a moment ago, I talked about using that @a variable to give command block to all players in a game. There are a bunch of other options with that. So we can give something to the nearest player, a random player, all players, all entities executing the command, so on and so forth. So these are useful if you're doing certain things. You could set up a command block that when you activate it, it gives a random player a random block. I don't know why you would do that, but that's just an example of how you might be able to do that. These can also be used with command blocks to do a lot of griefing. So don't do that, but it is useful to give a block to all players, or you can teleport all the nearest players to you. That would be cool. We could do that. I'm going to jump back into the game for a second. I could say, so nearest players at P, so we could say /TP at P, and then DA Minecraft 1. So that would teleport all the nearest players to me. Kind of a cool function that you can do that. So anyway, this is pretty useful in the Minecraft Wiki here. But if we scroll down a little bit, we're going to get a list of every single command that you can use in the game. And there are a lot of them. And keep in mind, many of these are not going to be relevant to the way that you play Minecraft. For example, /ban IP blocks an IP address from a server. So unless you're a server admin and you're running a server, this has no relevance to you. If you are a server admin, this is pretty cool. But most players will never use this. There's a lot of these that I've never used before, but some of them I use all the time. So for example, /clear clears your entire inventory. So let's say you just spent a bunch of time building a cool structure with a lot of different blocks, and now you're done with those blocks. You don't need them anymore. Well, instead of removing things from your inventory one block at a time, you can hit /clear, and it clears your inventory in one move. I find that to be really useful. There's the fill command, which we made a separate video about how to use, so we won't go into too much detail about it. But essentially, the fill command lets you fill a certain area of space with blocks. So let's say you want to build a big building that's 100 blocks high by 10 blocks wide by 10 blocks deep. Well, you can do that in one swift movement using the fill command, which is amazing. Definitely check that video out. We'll put a link in the description. It's one of my favorite commands. It took me a little while to learn, but it's great. So I definitely recommend, if you're interested in learning some new commands, to go through this list and see how they work. And any of these commands, for example, if we go back to clear, I can click on them and the Minecraft Wiki will give me some more information on how this works. You can do that with any of these commands. So I recommend you set up a single player world. Don't play with anybody. And just go through these commands and see what some of them do and play with them a little bit, because it's much better off that you understand how they work on your own before you're in a game and you're trying to use it with other players, particularly if you want to show off your command writing skills in Minecraft. So practice a little bit with it, but definitely check them out. And also, if you find a command that's really cool, please share it in the comments, because I'm always interested in learning new things about Minecraft. I'm constantly learning new things, and I definitely don't know everything. So I would love to learn of some cool commands that you have experimented with in Minecraft. So that's all I've got for you today. I really hope this was helpful. For those of you that have never used commands before, I hope you have a little bit of an idea about how commands work and how to use them. And for those of you that had experience with commands, I hope you learned something today. So if you like this video, hit the subscribe button. We release great content about gaming and all kinds of other cool digital arts and creative technology every day. And if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't, give it a thumbs down. That's totally fine. And definitely check out the dae.com for our list of online workshops and classes. And we do daily collaborative Minecraft building sessions in our private DA server. So definitely check out our website and sign up for those. So that's all I've got. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.